I love the smell of rosemary. It smells so good. It helps with memory. It's a great herb for many things, many purposes. But today I'm going to infuse it in some oil. Now I have a little handy dandy machine here. It's my Onorok. And this, I can set the temperature, I can set the time, and I can infuse my oil in there. So what I'm going to infuse it in is olive oil. So I've done this many times. I keep a bottle on hand at all times. I marinate with it. I use it in my salad dressings that I make. You can put it on chicken. It's delicious. I also, when I make a turkey, I will drizzle some on top so it roasts and it has that beautiful rosemary smell. Like so many purposes. You can use it for your hair. Take a little bit of that oil and you can massage it into your scalp. It helps increase circulation. It helps the hair follicles come back. It's great for digestion when you're taking it in. It's great for skin. It's an antimicrobial, antibacterial, antifungal. It is excellent on the skin as well. If you wanted to massage your legs with it, you know, it's got linoleic acid. I always have a hard time saying that thing, which is really a good fat. And especially as our skin matures, you know, it's a little drier. Our skin seems to get thinner. So this really helps to smooth the skin. So what I'm going to do today, I've already washed my rosemary, and I'm going to pluck it off the stem and put it in my Onorok. Check this out. So this thing has a blade, okay, and it has various settings on it. So I can do butter, I can do oils, I can do tinctures in here. I've had it for quite a few years now. Beautiful gift I got for Christmas, by the way. And I use it often. So what I'm going to do is just strip this down. I'm going to keep the stalk and I'm going to put it in my scraps bag. Remember I talked about that earlier. Got to check out the other video for that. So yeah, just pluck it off of there and slap it in. Now if you don't have a handy dandy machine, you could still do an infusion at home. You could do a double boiler where you would get a pot, fill it with water, you would take your herbs, and you would want to macerate them a bit, like give them a bit of a chop, so that it starts to release some of the properties beforehand. And I don't have to do that because it's got a blade and it's going to do that for me. Yes, so anyways, yeah, so you would put your herbs in a jar, fill it with oil, however much oil you want to make. Holy God, I can't talk today. Tongue tied. Yeah, and then put that in the water. Just make sure the water doesn't get inside. You could put a loose cap on it if you want, and infuse it. Like you bring it to a boil, then let it simmer it down, because you don't want to just boil it. You want to simmer it, and if you could simmer it for an hour, you know, whatever, it's fine. You can go longer if you want. So that's one way to do it. Or there's another way. There's another way. You could just fill it up with your oils and your rosemary, and you could infuse it in the windowsill. If you have like a good spot with the sun, you can infuse your oils that way, but you'd have to wait a while, and you got to shake it on the daily too. Like it could take up to 2 weeks for this kind of oil, especially if you're using it for culinary purposes. But isn't that cool? So yeah, you can do this at home. It's awesome. So I'm gonna get going with this, and then I'll show you once I get my machine started. When you're going to do your herbs, I wanted to mention you have to make sure when you dry them that they are completely dry. If you have any moisture on your rosemary and then you mix it with oil and water don't mix, and you're going to get fungus. It's going to go bad, or mold. I should say mold. So you can always speed it up, but you have to keep an eye on it. Is you can put it on a cookie sheet once you've taken it off the stems, and put it in a preheated oven and keep the door open. Lay it on the door and just let it dry that way, and just keep an eye on it. Spin it around and shake it up a little bit, and that way you can speed dry it. You know, you don't have to wait around for it all day. Some of us put it out on napkins, but if you take them off the stalks, you will be able to dry them a lot faster. So as I said, I keep these, and I'm going to throw them in my big old scrap bag. I always got 1 or 2 of these in the freezer on the go. Like you say, keep everything you got. Peelings, pepper tops, carrot butts, whatever you got, just throw it in the bag. It's all good. So I put that to the side. So now I already put my oil in my Onorok, and I'm going to plug it in. It's going to make a beeping noise. I'm going to set it for an hour at 160. So there's 1 hour. And it is at 160, and it's gonna start to go. It'll continually stop and go, stop and go. It takes a while to warm it up, but you will hear it running. Sometimes I forget it's on and it freaks me out because it's just it's like, what the hell? What the hell? So yeah, I love this thing. And you can let it go and do something else. And now I'm gonna get back into my office and get back to my herbs. And I will show you this when it's done. Well, isn't that something? Ooh. Oops. All right, I'll talk to you again soon. So it just finished running its course, and now I'm going to dump what I have in oil here, which should be about 500 mils. So I'm putting it into my strainer, which is stained because I did turmeric. I did a turmeric tincture. That stuff stains everything. That shit gets on everything for life. So there will be some residue at the bottom, and that's why I'm straining it. This is all the leaf. Let's see if you can get a close up here. Yeah. So it's completely mushed. You can see how macerated it is. So I'm going to let it do its thing. I'm going to strain it because I don't want all that particle in my oil. Because for the most part, I use it for salad dressings. I really enjoy that. It has such a nice flavor. I'll put it on my grilled cheese sandwiches. If I'm going to, instead of using butter, I'll use my rosemary oil, drizzle some. And a little goes a long way because the oil spreads out nicely. So I'll do that on either side of my bread. You know, you could put it on a lot of different things. You probably could even put it on popcorn. Who knows? So, you can try anything. At least once. So I'm just going to let it strain through here. I'm going to show you. All right. So by the time this strains through, it's going to take a good 20-30 minutes for it to go through because the mesh is very, very fine. And then I'll be able to put it in my jar. And then I'm going to seal it with my vacuum sealer and date it and label it. And I'm going to put it in a dark place. And when I'm ready, I will have some rosemary oil. What's nice is I like to share it with friends as well for Christmas presents. It makes for a nice little addition, and it's something that comes from the heart. So yes, I will show you the end when I get it all bottled up, and we'll go from there. So with the remnants of my rosemary, I put it in a Ziploc baggie and I throw it in the freezer. And when I'm going to make a broth or something, then I'll just break off a little chunk and throw it in there, and it gives it a really lovely flavor. So I want to show you the comparison. This is what the oil looked like, and this is what it looks like now. Isn't that beautiful? Nice dark color. So now I'm going to seal the top with my vacuum sealer, and that'll keep all the air out of it. Gotta hold it down. See, sometimes you can see the bubbles of air coming to the top. And so to unlock it, oh yeah, this way. I've done this before when I pulled the lid right off. So now you have it, super sealed. So I got this ready to go. Got my label. Put that on there. And now I'm going to store it in a dark place, and I got rosemary oil for later use. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like and share, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.